How's it going, everybody? Infyte here. Welcome back to the second episode of the new infyte podcast, and I am joined by a good friend of mine, KChads575.
Hello, everybody. KChads575 here. I'm glad to be on.
Yeah, sure. Thank you, man. And today we will be going over what we'd like to see for future Switch 2 edition games. I know there have been quite a couple first-party Switch 2 edition games that have come out so far, but there's obviously going to be more, and we know from leaks and stuff that there are going to be more. If you guys like this kind of content, make sure to like and subscribe, and if you'd like to support the channel, feel free to join the infyte Squad, which will give you exclusive perks like seeing my videos early, getting a shout out at the end of all my videos, getting priority responses to comments, and potentially becoming a guest on the infyte podcast. And my merch shop is also open, so if you want to get some merch, feel free to check that out. With all that out of the way, let's get started. Like I mentioned, today we will be going over Switch 2 edition games that we haven't really gotten confirmed yet by Nintendo, but we know that there's something going on behind the scenes based on leaks. First off, how do you feel about the Switch 2 edition games? Because I know there are some people that like them, some people don't like them, and just what are your opinions on them first off?
When they get them right, they are really worth the price.
Right.
There's a lot of good Switch 2 edition games out there, like the Breath of the Wild and the Tears of the Kingdom expansions, which granted you can get for free if you have the expansion pass online stuff. Mm-hmm. I'm currently playing through Tears of the Kingdom at the moment, and I really enjoy the 60 FPS upgrade. I think that just makes the game much more enjoyable. Not to say I didn't mind the 30 FPS, but honestly, those kind of games, I just generally prefer running at 60. And then you have stuff like... yeah, Mario Party Jamboree. I mean...
you guys all know my opinions on that game already. If you have not seen the first episode of the podcast, please go check it out, because I go over Mario Party Jamboree there in depth, my feelings for it. But yeah,
I'm not going to spend much time on it, but my genuine opinion of Jamboree TV is really, really bad.
It's really shit.
They really could have put more effort into this. When we said we wanted DLC, we meant actual DLC, not just a bunch of really crappy side modes.
Exactly. And I know you and I have been talking about DLC. We have been wanting DLC, and we talked about our ideas for it. And then as soon as we found out about it in the Direct, I think you were the first person to say to me, you were like, holy shit, you called it. And I'm like, yep.
Yeah, I was.
I didn't call this. I may have called the DLC, but I didn't call what it was gonna be, because this was not expected.
Should have seen my reaction during the Direct. I took one look at it and wow, this is absolute shit.
I'm wanting to give it the benefit of the doubt, but it's so hard to. I personally like the idea of the Switch 2 editions. I mean, you don't have to buy the full game again. You get the upgrade.
Yeah.
I just wish you were able to get the upgrades physically for the low price, but I know you can't really do that because Nintendo won't do physical stuff. They're pushing digital, so.
Yeah, I mean, in this current climate, when digital is clearly the preferred method,
mm-hmm.
just having a physical copy of a Switch 2 edition is so important.
Right. But for future Nintendo Switch 2 editions, I actually have some pretty high hopes. So we're going to go over some of the games that KChads and we came up with some ideas for 5 Nintendo Switch 2 edition games that we think would be great. So first up on the list is, obviously, this is pretty much the most obvious one. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Nintendo Switch 2 edition. I think it is pretty much a lock in at this point that this is going to be happening, mainly just to give the Smash Bros. Franchise a full restart.
Kind of beginning to set the stones in for the eventual reboot.
Right, because we know 90% sure that they're not going to be able to do the top Ultimate. Ultimate was something like it felt like a finale.
Yeah.
And the only thing that they can do now is either A, expand upon it with a Switch 2 edition, or B, reboot the whole franchise.
Yeah.
So,
and what I've seen from most people is that they wouldn't mind if Smash Ultimate kept getting more content. Like they wouldn't mind getting like a third set of fighters pass. They wouldn't even mind if they got just a pass full of Echo fighters. Just something that would expand that game's life cycle. And
right.
Clearly Nintendo have been experimenting with that because a year ago, I think, they added new spirits based on Mario Wonder, Showtime, one of the Pokemon games. I forget which one it was.
It was Scarlet Violet. I think it was actually 2 years ago.
2 years, okay. And then I think there was also a third-party franchise that also got more spirits. So clearly, the idea of expanding content has probably been discussed within the team, and I guess Sakurai on his downtime, because Sakurai really is there just to kind of say, yes, you can do that, go on ahead. So while he's working on Kirby Air Riders, perhaps there's like a little second mini team that's potentially making more DLC.
Right. And I think if they do the upgrade patch, it would give them more time to work on the potential reboot and the full new entry in the series.
Yeah.
Because Ultimate lasted so many years. It went from 2018 to 2022, almost 2022. Yeah, that's like 4 years of work on that, and so that's insane. And then you're not even counting the work that was done beforehand. So it was such a crazy game, and I think that they want to take a break, and they obviously, we see with Kirby Air Riders, they needed to Sakurai wanted to work on other things, and so he wanted to take a break from Smash. But I don't think we're done seeing Smash Ultimate content for Switch 2. Being one of the only games not to get any kind of update is alarming. It's Smash. It is probably the game that would benefit from 4K 60 the most. So I bet you that Smash is going to be getting a upgrade pack. Now on to what's in the upgrade pack.
First, mouse controls probably in Stage Builder.
Right. Yep.
I feel like that's just kind of a given. It would make stage building a lot easier because I know stage building in Smash has never really kind of been great. Like Smash Wii U was probably the best at it. If I had to go back from
because that had the stylus.
Obviously, 4K support, 60 FPS, maybe even. I'm not sure. Maybe 120 FPS support for 1v1. I know fighting games have been looking into that.
Yeah.
Recently, so
I could see that.
It's very likely, and then of course, the new characters, the stuff people actually care about, is the new fighters.
Right.
And most of them. Because considering I doubt Sakurai wants to get into legal stuff again, it's probably going to be a very safe DLC pick for these characters. So they'll most likely be in-house with maybe just one surprise guest character.
Right.
But it would still be very like buddy guest characters.
It would probably be like Mario character, new Fire Emblem character, Pokemon, Metroid, new IP, and then a third party. The ones I had these in mind. I had Waluigi, Alear from the new Fire Emblem Engage. I think that's what it's called.
Yes, Engage.
I had Meowscarada there for Gen 9 Pokemon.
Yeah.
And I had Silux to promote Metroid Prime 4.
Mm-hmm.
And then I had Ring Fit Trainee.
The iconic character.
Right, I know, right? It's a new IP. There's not much to pull from new IPs that are actually doing well right now. They've kind of failed recently.
No. What about the Drag X Drive dude?
Oh, that'll be saved for the reveal trailer for Smash 6. He'll be just rolling around with a ball, and then he'll just see a smash ball, and he'll just be like, and then for the third party character, like I said, like K-Chad said, I don't think they'll want to get into legal stuff. So I went with probably the safest pick, and I went with Dr. Eggman. Because I feel like Sega is the safest company to work with, other than Bandai Namco. And honestly, we need a new Sonic rep.
Considering with Sonic being one of the two first third parties ever added to Smash, it's really embarrassing to see that there's still, to this day, only one Sonic character, two stages that are practically the same,
and his moveset blows.
And his moveset is absolute dog shit.
But yeah, I'd love to see Dr. Eggman become a fighter in this. And in addition to the 6 new fighters, we also thought about Echo Fighters, but I don't think that they would really put too much effort into Echo Fighters. I think instead of Echo Fighters, I think they would go with 4 new costumes for all the fighters. Because as much as the 8 costumes are great, there are some costumes that are missing, and I'd love to see each character get 2 to 4 new costumes. Maybe you can just do 2. Maybe 4 is a bit much, but I don't know.
I'm sure you can put in like DK's new design as an alt.
Right. New stages and spirits, and then break the targets, smash run. Maybe custom moves. That's a big maybe.
I would love custom moves to come back. Generally, I think custom moves are very underappreciated. I think they get a bit too much flack.
Right. Yep.
I would just love to see them come back, but maybe like expand on them a little bit to make sure they're not just like, oh, it's this move but it's slower, or that move but it's quicker and does less damage. Actually, do custom moves.
Like I said, the last 3, the break the target, smash run, and custom moves, those are kind of on the fence. Even 4 new costumes, I mean, that's also on the fence. But I think the things that we can guarantee we're going to get are 4K60, some new characters, new stages, new spirits, and mouse mode for Stage Builder. I think those are set in stone. And if Waluigi's a new character, people are going to buy it.
Oh, absolutely. He'll probably be the star of the past.
Exactly. People will lose their balls for Waluigi, man. And that will get people to buy it. That'll convince people to buy the upgrade and think, okay, it's not a waste. All right. So the next game that we were thinking about, it's another one that's pretty obvious that it's going to happen. And this one was actually leaked recently. Mario Wonder for Switch 2. Now, you and I, we actually beat my first playthrough of Mario Wonder was entirely in online multiplayer between you and I. That was a really fun experience. We beat the game together. You helped me beat the game together, and that was great and all. But the main thing that I did not like about that was the online. That was so stupid. I can't.
Yeah, the online was... I get what they were trying to do, but come on.
Yeah.
So easy to do.
In this potential Switch 2 edition, other than 4K60, because all of these games are going to get 4K60, I think the main feature that they will highlight is the fixed online.
Yeah.
Right. I think that's pretty much a guarantee. In addition to that, we could see, obviously, new characters, new worlds, power-ups, badges.
Mm-hmm.
What characters do you think would have the best chance as being added?
I could easily see them doing Rosalina. I feel like Rosalina, she's kind of like one of the most important Mario characters they keep putting into these games. Mm-hmm. So I feel like you can easily just put her in the game, even if she doesn't play like Rosalina should, which is a problem I do generally have with Wonder.
I also thought that Pauline would be a great addition.
That'd be cool.
It's incredible how much they are pushing Pauline to be a mainstay character.
Yeah, Pauline is how you do a character revival, right?
Right. And the second two that I had in mind are not the most likely. They're more of like wishful picks. Wario and Waluigi. I think it's time that we get Wario to return in a Mario game, a mainline Mario game, and Waluigi to make his mainline appearance or debut.
I mean, if Daisy can make her debut, why not Waluigi? There's no excuse.
Exactly. And I also chose Wario and Waluigi mainly to just round out the human style characters. So we got Mario, Luigi, Wario, and Waluigi, and then we've got Peach, Daisy, Rosalina, Pauline. We've got 4 Yoshis. We've got Blue Toad, Yellow Toad, Toadette, and Nabbit. I mean, like we've all got our 4. There's like 4 groups of 4 characters. So
yeah,
it's my OCD is part of it, yes, but I genuinely think that these 4 characters would be great additions to this game. For the new worlds, I mean, a space world is pretty much the only thing I can really think of. It's same with like jungle.
Yeah.
Jungle and space are like the only ones I can think of.
Was there a mountain world in Wonder? I don't think there was.
I don't think so. I might be wrong.
Yeah, it's been a while since I played Wonder, but I'm pretty sure there wasn't a mountain world, so they could just easily add that.
Since I reset my profile because we wanted to do another playthrough, I think I'm just gonna wait for the Switch 2 edition to come out, and so then we can do another playthrough because that'll be fun.
Yeah, one thing I would personally like to see is the return of challenges, because they were kind of fun in New Super Mario Bros. U, but for some reason they just didn't come back for Wonder, and that was kind of disappointing.
Yeah, I don't really know why they didn't bring those back. Obviously, new power-ups, bring back Ice Flower. That's my main thing. Just bring back Ice Flower, please. I mean, that's just feels weird without it. And new badges and multiple save files, please.
Oh my
For
god.
the love
please.
of God, Lord Jesus, it is not hard to include multiple save files per user. New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe did it perfectly fine. I didn't want to have to reset my entire game data just so I can play the game again. That doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it's absolutely ridiculous. So please let that just be a thing.
Next up, we've got another Mario game. We've got Mario plus Rabbids Switch 2 Edition. And the reason I did not specify which Mario and Rabbids is because I believe both games will be put together in a Switch 2 Edition, similar to a sub-menu like Bowser's Fury and Jamboree TV.
Mm-hmm. Now, I haven't played these games, so I can't really comment too much on it. But Sparks of Hope, I know, ran at 30, so I feel like that running at 60 would just be, kind of an obvious thing to do.
Right. I think there's not really much to add onto this game or much to say, really. I mean, make it 4K, make it 60, include both of them in one pack, include all the DLC, maybe add some new characters like Rabid Toad or Rabid Bowser, and then bring back Yoshi for Sparks of Hope because for some reason he wasn't there. And mouse controls, because I think that would benefit from mouse controls.
Yes, mouse controls could really work in a game in a tactical RPG like that.
Yeah, and I mean, there's not really much else to say about it, because I mean, it's just Mario and Rabbids. It's just the 2 games put into one. And I know it was leaked before the Switch 2 was officially unveiled. Well, after it was unveiled, but before the Direct. I think it was leaked.
Yeah.
And recently there was a listing up for pre-order that basically has both games code in box for Switch 1 in a one package. So I'm pretty confident that this is in the works. Because why would you release it for Switch 1 and a code in box, especially when they're pushing game key cards so much right now? Why would you do it for Switch 1, and why would you put it in a code in box for both games? It's just clear. There's a clear reasoning for that. And the original Kingdom Battle is $5 digitally right now on Amazon. So if you don't have the game, go buy it because it's $5. It's not the best game, but it's $5 and it's Mario. So go ahead and get it. Next up is once again another Mario game.
Boy, it's almost like someone's celebrating their anniversary.
Exactly. And originally, K-Chads wanted to put down the 1,000-Year Door HD on this list. But I told him there is one game that would make even more sense than that. Mario and Luigi Brothership Switch 2 Edition, everybody.
Ah!
I feel your pain. I did not like the game at all. I bought that game with my first YouTube paycheck, and I have never played it. And it got destroyed in a water leak. The cover art did. And I think it's funny how it got destroyed by the water leak the most. And my feelings to that game pretty much resemble it pretty well. So, okay, I'll stop hating on it. I'll explain why I think this would benefit from a Switch 2 edition, alright? So obviously 4K 60, that's a given. Mouse controls, we mentioned that it works well in Mario and Rabbids, and I think it would work well in this game too, just based on the movement and the battle mechanics, I think would be great.
Yeah. We also talked about kind of like what the 3DS remakes did.
Yep, the main selling point.
Like, yeah, the main selling point would just be like another mini campaign featuring Bowser and maybe Bowser Jr.
And the Koopalings. Bring back Koopalings.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, they could call it Koopaling Conquest.
Ooh, that actually would be...
I would be down for that. I'd actually do that. Mario and Luigi Brothership Switch 2 Edition plus Koopaling Conquest.
Oh, I hate these names sometimes.
Game key card. Game key card.
No, don't say that.
But yeah, so I think it's pretty likely, since they do usually do these kind of remakes with the additional side quest, and they did those with the 3DS, I'd be down to see a subplot with the Koopalings or Bowser Jr. or Bowser, whatever, because I enjoyed that much more than the main game. When I was playing Bowser Jr.'s Journey on the 3DS, that was all I liked. I didn't like the main game, just Jr.'s Journey. Also, what we mentioned was assist mode for the game, just because it can be overwhelming, and that's kind of why I stopped playing, because I didn't really know what I was doing. And an assist mode would be great for younger players. And finally, online co-op multiplayer. So, this game is about tag team, essentially. You're controlling two people. So, explain to me why there's no multiplayer on a console that literally is based around sharing a controller and letting two people play in multiplayer. Explain that to me.
I know when the game was initially revealed, there was a lot of talks like, oh, Luigi was being controlled on his own. That means,
right, it should be.
There could be co-op in this, but no, it turned out it was just a mechanic, which I don't particularly like. I don't particularly like the Luigi logic. I think it's really dumb.
Literally, it's so stupid. There's no logic to it.
Funny.
But if they added these things, then I would potentially do another playthrough, or try to do a playthrough of the game in online multiplayer co-op, because I just can't find the appeal of it in single player. It's just too chaotic for me, having to control two characters at once.
Yeah.
And finally, the last one on this list that we have is Pikmin 4 Switch 2 Edition. And let me tell you this right now, this is going to happen. 100%.
Oh yeah. Like, even without that leak that kind of talked a little bit about Pikmin 4 getting a Switch 2 edition, like, come on, it's Pikmin. That shit would look gorgeous at 4K.
Exactly, and mouse controls too.
Yes.
And
that would just work so well.
Exactly, and add in the bingo battle, bring that back. Add multiplayer side story DLC for like the other protagonists, like Louis, Alf, Brittany, Charlie. And I don't understand how it hasn't gotten DLC yet, because it's such an amazing game.
You got to play it. You played it.
I 100%ed it. Yeah, I think it was about 2 years ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was in January.
I want to get more into Pikmin in the future. I'm just waiting for a deal on Pikmin 1 and 2, and then I'll eventually play down the series. But I have heard a lot of great things about Pikmin 4, so when that Switch 2 edition comes out, I probably will pick up the physical.
That would be great. And also fix the co-op multiplayer thing, because controlling Owachi is really stupid. Do split screen, normal split screen with like I know there's a green dog. I can't remember what its name is. I think it's like Spot or something. But make the green dog and a secondary avatar. Like, you could create your own avatar, so it's not really that hard to do that. So just create a second avatar for the second player, and then just have them ride around on the green dog. And you can do multiplayer co-op, and make it online, and it would be great. In this kind of game, there is already a way. like when you're playing the challenge modes or the side modes, that's literally what you do. You control another custom avatar on the green dog, and that's the battle system. So why don't you just bring that to the main story? It's beyond me why they didn't do that. But overall, those are our thoughts for potential Switch 2 edition games. Obviously, there could be so many more. Xenoblade 3 or X, Fire Emblem Engage.
Yeah. And not to mention as well the Switch games that are coming out in 2026, being Realm Heaven and, of course, Tomodachi Life, Living the Dream. David's probably most hyped he's ever been at a reaction, because holy shit.
That was my favorite reaction, I think, ever. I think it almost tops Banjo-Kazooie, but I'm not sure. I think it does, because I actually played Tomodachi Life. I was just hyped for Banjo because I knew people wanted him. But I was genuinely happy for Tomodachi. But yeah, so if you guys liked our ideas, feel free to like and subscribe, and share your ideas for Switch 2 games, or Switch 2 update, in the comments below. Go subscribe to KChats575 and subscribe to this channel and the vlog channel. I hope that you guys enjoy this new kind of content, because this is the new form that I think I'm going to stick with for right now. And if you guys want to chat with us more, feel free to join the Discord. So you might have a chance to talk to me or KChats575. And thank you all so much for watching. Take care, and bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Da 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 da.